Laughing Pikachu here. Welcome back to another video, and in today's video we have an interesting little video. So here we have the Solgaleo Sun and Moon theme deck from Guardians Rising. The name of the theme deck is right here, Steel Sun, and as you can see, this is just what the theme deck looks like, and on the back you can see some of the different contents, and we're going to go ahead and open it up in just a second. But I thought it'd be cool if I also picked up this thing right here. This is a EX Sandstorm theme deck that was released, let's see if maybe there's a copyright date on here. I'm actually not sure, but it's definitely like really old. 2003 was when this was released. So as you can tell, it's been a while. And so this is a 2017 product. This is a 2003 product. You see the age differences? Yeah, okay, so I thought it'd be kind of cool to just open them both up and see, you know, how have the theme decks changed over time? Because many things, like in this Pokemon trading card game, have changed. For example, the amount of cards in the packs have changed. And, you know, recently they started incorporating code cards into the packs as well. But all that stuff, like, definitely was not a thing in base set. And, you know, the types of cards that have been printed also has been changing. You know, EXs have now been replaced with GXs, and before that, there weren't even EXs in sets. There were only, like, holos and stuff. So I think it'd be cool to kind of see how these things are different. You know, this is what the coin looks like. This is the Solgaleo coin, and this is the only way you can get it is in these theme decks. And then I do have the other one. The Guardians Rising theme deck has two different versions. So they have a Lunala version, and it's called Hidden Moon. But I'm not going to open it up in today's video just because, well, it wouldn't be a fair battle if we got like two cards and then two theme decks from Guardians Rising and then only one of the new theme decks. You feel me? You know what I mean? Anyway, so I'll throw this into a sleeve, and there is a code card which I will go ahead and give away to you guys. So there you go. Hopefully you are able to get all the cards. And so I'm going to save the actual deck box for the end. But first, let me very quickly just show you guys what else is in here, because I've actually never opened up the contents of a theme deck. Alright, so this is sort of telling you guys how to use, I guess, GX cards, and it's just like a short little tutorial, as well as a set list of the Guardians Rising set. And I know that they used to actually include this in the Elite Trainer boxes, but now we have like the picture version of it. And then here we have the GX markers, as well as damage counters and poison and burn, so that's pretty nice. And then we have a jumbo like playmat that shows you like where to put your bench Pokemon and your draw pile and discard pile and stuff like that. So that's what's inside. We also have a little deck box. So here we have Solgaleo, and on the other side we also have Solgaleo, and then it says Steel Sun theme deck, Guardians Rising. So that's what it says, and we can go ahead and open it up and see what other contents we have. I don't believe there's anything like terribly playable, and if you're in the store and you ever forget like what you can get in these theme decks, you can also check the back of the box, and it does say like the different cards that you can find in here. Alright, so we have some Steel Energies, a Beware, a Cosmoem. So a lot of these are from Sun and Moon, actually. And let's see, so the theme deck, okay, so it doesn't even have like a special numbering for the theme deck. It literally says the, oh sorry, that's really out of focus. It's like, that's the Guardian Rising set symbol, and then that is the Sun and Moon set symbol. So everything is like actual cards from the sets. Nothing is like terribly playable, but that doesn't mean that, you know, this deck isn't something that you can, you know, have some fun with. Now, I know that a lot of the times in these theme decks, they do include cards that are usually hollow as regular rares. So like this card right here, the Delmise, or sorry if I said that wrong. Anyways, it's originally a hollow card in the Guardians Rising set. Let's make sure, sorry, my camera battery is extremely low, so there's a chance that we'll be losing focus a couple times. I apologize for that. We have a Beware, Slowbro, How, Cosmoem, Tailo, Professor Kukui. Alright, so again, a lot of just sort of cards to just sort of throw together in a deck. That is a rare right there. And then we also get the non-hollow version of the Solgaleo. Sorry about that. And then we have a Stuffle. Alright, so those are the contents of the Sun and Moon theme deck. Now, here's the one I'm looking forward to the most, the EX Sandstorm. This is a pretty old set, and there's two different versions. This is the Caravan, I believe, and it says www.PokemonTCG.com. I think the website might have changed, actually. I think it's now Pokemon.com. Yeah, it says right here, www.Pokemon.com. Lack of focus, but look at that. But I'm not sure, I think they might have a specific website for Pokemon cards, so maybe that website link still works. I'm not entirely sure. But here's this. So as you can see, the way it opens is already different. We got like this weird plastic stuff on the outside, and then it's just the theme deck rather than it being like sealed shut or something like that. So here's what it has inside. So there's no deck box, but it looks like there are some things. Okay, so here's the first thing that comes out. So these are what the poison and burn markers look like. So they're kind of different now. Let me pull it up real quick. Oh wow, look at that. So first of all, is the size? Yeah, these are smaller. The newer ones are smaller, and then they've just got like massive 10s, and they aren't like, this one's not like double-sided. So there's that. I think that's kind of interesting. And we have a rule book rather than just like the paper sort of describing how to play. We have like a whole book talking about how to play it. So it's a little bit more detailed, and it has some custom artwork too, specific for this theme deck. So I think that's kind of cool. Oh, and look at this, it's talking about the e-reader card. Are we gonna get E-series cards in this? We actually might, I'm not sure. And then we have, again, the card list. That has been sort of standard for and it includes the previous set too. Ruby and Sapphire, actually I'm not sure if it's previous, but it includes Ruby and Sapphire and Sandstorm. So that's actually 2 different sets. Here's the coin. Let's see, what did we get? Oh, wow, look at that. It's a Trico. That's really cute. I actually really like that. Look at that. Cute, cute, cute. All right, and I think the last thing in here is the actual deck. Okay, so here's what the deck looks like, and then we just have the empty box, which actually looks pretty freaking awesome. We'll set that in the back, and let's see. How do I even open this? Wow, okay, so it's like saran wrap almost. And as you can see, these are actually E-series cards, so I'm hoping that we can show off some nice old-ish vintage E-series cards. Let's take a quick peek at some. Oh yeah, look at that. That's E-series. Okay, so let me just take a like smaller stack so I can actually hold it a little bit better, and we can go through them really quickly. All right, so we have a bunch of energy cards. Definitely a lot more energies than in the other decks. Like, I thought the old decks had a lot of energy, but these have way more. And here's where the cards begin. All right, so we have a Root Fossil HP 40. Look at that. There's so much text too. That's crazy. All right, so here's that. We have Potion. We have Lynette's Net Search, Energy Restore, Double Full Heal, a Seedot, a Growlithe, Ekans, Cyndaquil. Wow, look at that artwork. That is definitely something that I really have enjoyed about these older series. They always have beautiful artwork. Look at that set symbol too, very nice. We also have a Cacnea, and I'm going to try my best to be as careful with these cards as I can. And again, these cards are from the actual set as well. Quilava, Nuzleaf. We got a Lileep. Oh, I see something foily in the background. I'm excited. Lileep, an Arcanine. That is a rare. Look at that. Holy smokes, that's cool. 2 of those, and oh wow, a Credilli Hollow. Look at that. See, even the hollow pattern is different, because, yeah, let me pull this out real quick. So this one uses, the newer theme decks use a shard effect to signify that they are from the theme decks. And then these have like this galaxy sort of foil pattern. Look at that. Really interesting. But there's the cards. You can just, by looking at the cards, you can see how, you know, the format of the cards have changed, but we still have the classic background pretty much the same at the back. So that's pretty cool. And if you look at the bottom copyright dates, you can see when it's printed as well. So that says 2003, and then this one says 2007 in the corner. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed that fun little video. If any of you guys are interested in getting the contents from this, oh gosh, this theme deck right here, let me know, because, you know, I don't really need it. So it will be available on the website for, you know, one person who wants it. And the camera is focusing on nothing. All right, that's great. But anyways, thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye, guys!